There are moments in life when your body suddenly feels different. Your heart starts beating faster. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your thoughts begin moving quickly. And almost automatically, your mind labels that feeling as anxiety. You tell yourself that something is wrong. You assume you are nervous because you are not ready, not confident, or not capable. But what if that interpretation is incomplete? What if the feeling you call anxiety is actually your body preparing you to rise to an important moment? Because here is something fascinating about human psychology. The physical experience of anxiety and excitement is remarkably similar. Both increase your heart rate, both activate adrenaline, both create energy and alertness in the body. The difference is not always in the sensation itself. The difference is often in the meaning you attach to that sensation. And once you understand this, you begin to see your emotions differently. Today, we are exploring the psychology of cognitive reframing and how changing the story in your mind can transform anxiety into excitement. This is not about pretending fear does not exist. It is about learning how to use your emotions instead of fighting against them. But before we go any deeper, a quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. I'm not a licensed mental health professional. If you experience chronic or severe anxiety, please seek support from a qualified healthcare provider. Welcome to the Ojas Theory. Modern life has conditioned many of us to become uncomfortable with discomfort itself. Any strong emotional sensation immediately feels dangerous. If your heart races before public speaking, you think something is wrong. If you feel nervous before an important conversation, you assume you lack confidence. If your stomach tightens before a new opportunity, you interpret it as fear. But your nervous system was never designed to keep you comfortable all the time. It was designed to prepare you for meaningful moments. Whenever something matters deeply to you, your body activates energy to help you respond. That activation is not necessarily a problem. In many cases, it is preparation. The difficulty begins when the mind interprets that activation negatively. The moment you think, "I am anxious," your brain begins searching for danger. You become more self-conscious. You start overthinking. You focus on what could go wrong instead of what could go right. And suddenly the feeling becomes even more intense. But psychologists discovered something important. When people reinterpret those same sensations as excitement rather than anxiety, their performance often improves dramatically. Not because the feeling disappeared, but because the meaning changed. Cognitive reframing is the ability to consciously change the way you interpret an experience. Instead of reacting automatically to a feeling, you pause and choose a different perspective. Most people try to eliminate anxiety, but cognitive reframing asks a different question. Instead of saying, "How do I stop feeling nervous?" you begin asking, "What if this feeling is actually energy?" That simple shift can completely alter your emotional experience. Researchers at Harvard University found that participants who told themselves, "I am excited" before stressful situations performed better than those who tried to calm themselves down. And this makes sense psychologically. Trying to calm down creates resistance against the body's natural state. But reframing anxiety as excitement works with the body instead of against it. Think about athletes before competition. Think about musicians before stepping on stage. Think about actors before a performance. Their hearts race too. They feel adrenaline too. But many of them interpret that sensation as readiness rather than fear. They see it as energy that can help them perform. And that interpretation changes everything. One of the most powerful influences on your emotional state is the language you use internally. Most people never notice how often they speak negatively to themselves during stressful moments. They say things like, "I'm panicking. I can't handle this. This is going to go badly. Why am I like this?" But your brain listens to the words you repeat. Language influences perception, and perception influences emotion. When you repeatedly tell yourself that you are anxious, your brain interprets the situation as threatening. But when you begin saying, "I'm excited. My body is preparing me. This moment matters to me," your brain starts interpreting the same sensations differently. This does not mean you suddenly become fearless. It simply means you stop seeing every intense emotion as a sign of danger. That shift creates psychological flexibility. And psychological flexibility is one of the foundations of resilience. So how do you actually apply this in real life? The first step is becoming aware of your automatic interpretations. The next time you feel nervous before something important, pause for a moment. Instead of immediately saying, "I'm anxious," try saying, "I'm excited." The goal is to give your brain a healthier interpretation of the energy already present in your body. Another important step is to stop fighting the physical sensations themselves. Many people become afraid of their own emotional responses. They fear the racing heart, the sweating, the shakiness. But resisting those sensations often intensifies them. Instead, allow the sensations to exist without judgment. Let your heart race. Let the energy move through you. It is helpful to change the way you describe physical sensations. Instead of saying, "My heart is racing because I'm scared," you can say, "My body is preparing for action." That subtle change may seem small, but it significantly affects how the brain processes emotion. Another powerful technique is shifting your focus away from yourself. Anxiety grows stronger when attention becomes overly self-centered. But excitement grows when your attention moves toward purpose. Instead of asking, "What if I embarrass myself?" ask, "What value can I bring into this moment?" Purpose reduces fear because it moves your focus away from self-protection and toward contribution. There is another important truth many people overlook. The experiences that create anxiety are often the experiences that matter most. Meaningful opportunities create emotional intensity. You rarely feel nervous about things that are completely meaningless to you. And that means anxiety is not always a signal to stop. Sometimes it is a signal that you are entering unfamiliar territory that has the potential to transform you. Fear often appears at the edge of expansion. And once you understand that, you begin relating to discomfort differently. Instead of trying to escape difficult emotions, ask, "What is this feeling trying to prepare me for?" You do not need to eliminate fear to move forward in life. You only need to stop interpreting every intense emotion as danger. Because anxiety and excitement are often built from the same energy. The story you attach to that energy determines how you experience it. And once you learn to change the story, you begin changing your life. If this video resonated with you, subscribe to Ojas Theory for more insights on psychology, mindfulness, emotional strength, and inner transformation. And remember, your mind is always telling a story. Choose the one that empowers you. See you in the next video.